morning, everybody. Another song that you can't get out of your head when you hear it. They're incredible. They're so catchy. Andy Kim is here. It's 8:26 on Monday morning. Good to see you.
It's great to be up this early in the morning, to be quite honest with you.
Really? Musicians, I know. When we see musicians and comedians, we're like, we know that this is not your time of day.
Well, when you go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't expect to get up right away, In
half an hour after that.
No.
Yeah. So you've got a huge show coming up, the 7th annual Andy Kim Christmas Show. It's being held at the Phoenix on December 14th. I was looking down. The lineup is crazy.
It's incredible, isn't it? We've got Sam Roberts and Alex Lyson from Rush and Ron Sexsmith and Lights, Sarah Harmer, Kevin Drew and Brendan Canning from Broken Social Scene.
Yeah.
A wonderful group. You had the Arkells on Friday, correct?
Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to say the.
Yeah. That's true.
we do it anyway.
The Arkells.
Yeah.
It's like the Beatles. No, they're really called Beatles.
Like Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, but you always have to say that in between. But this lineup is phenomenal.
Incredible.
Members of Finger 11, Honeymoon Suite, Sean Cullen, Drew, and Emily. So we have an incredible lineup this year. And the purpose of this show from the beginning has always been to make sure that every penny collected from ticket sales, and it's only $25, and I've always kept it at that, goes to a children's charity. And this year it's Juliet's Place, which is a shelter for abused mothers and their children. And usually when you leave that environment, you leave with basically nothing. You just, whatever, you just run. And this facility really takes care of not only clothing and a bed and toys for the kids, but helping start a new way of life. And I think it's important. It's sad that in 2011 in this world that we still have misunderstandings like that, But
why did you want to get involved doing these charity concerts? What was it that motivated you originally?
Well, I grew up in Montreal, and my Christmases have always been wonderful yet melancholy to me for some reason or other. I saw somewhat the joy of it, but I just don't know. I just felt that there was something always missing, and I think about my childhood, and I think about the kids that grow up that look to have something that they don't have, and I've been given such a phenomenal opportunity to live a life that I never dreamed I'd live, and travel the world and be treated in such a way that I feel very lucky and blessed. And as a kid, I always represented my mother and father, and then my brothers, and then my country wherever I went. And I always reached out to kids because that's where the dreams start, and maybe that's where the dreams die. So I always felt that if there's an opportunity for us to get together, and all of these phenomenal artists are donating their time and their talent to really help to give hope to someone, especially in this world where everyone's got iPads and everyone's got all this stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the economy is kind of so-so, everyone's got stuff. But there are some kids that don't have the stuff.
So with this lineup of people, because there are some huge names on there. Do you pick up the phone and just call these guys?
I call. I try to circumvent their people.
Yeah.
And so I take care of all the details of what they need, and I think artists know what artists need and want, and so it's going to be great. I'm going to turn the Phoenix into a little bit of a winter wonderland. We'll have Christmas trees in there, and we'll make sure that we put on the best show possible. As I said, it's only $25. So.
And you've been busy. You've been writing with Ed Robinson from the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yes, and Ron Sexsmith, and I'm working on a project right now that I'm really excited about, and hopefully I'll have a new CD coming out in sometime maybe in the spring or summer. And I still travel, and I'm always. It's really strange because you figure all these songs will have just a certain life to them, but they continue to be played all over the world, so I have an opportunity to travel and perform. And
what's the new material going to be like?
It's just going to be who I am today. I mean, the interesting thing for me is that I put out an album last year of brand new songs that I had written, and I think that, you know, when you're a teenager, you'll write Sugar Sugar for the Archies, or you'll do whatever. And I guess when you get a little older, maybe you write Rock Me Gently, and you do that. And I think at this time in my life, it's a little bit reflective and a little bit looking forward to undiscovered relationships and people and stuff like that.
What do you put you know, almost when we booked you, I thought, I'm not going to ask him about Sugar Sugar. I'm not going to ask him about Rock Me Gently. Everybody asks him, but then here we are. You see, I can't help but think of it. But what do you think those? You're right. Those songs, you end up hearing them still to this day.
I have no idea. I wonder about all of these wonderful artists from this generation, or what interest there was in Ned Robertson wanting to write with me, or Ron Sexsmith and stuff. And you know, there's a mystery surrounding everyone who performs and every artist, whether it's in music or any other art form. There's kind of a mystery going on. I have no idea. I'm thrilled. I just did a thing with Buddy from Cake Boss. Are you familiar with Cake Boss?
Yeah.
It's this guy bakes cakes.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he sells out the Sony Center here in Toronto. And they've been using Sugar Sugar as their theme, so it also makes me happy to participate, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all, I went to the show, and it's all teenage girls screaming for Buddy of Cake Boss. And you sit there and it's a mystery,
but
it's
neat for you to see a whole new generation appreciating your music in a different way?
Absolutely. I mean, this is what basically happens when you're inspired to write a song, like Sugar Sugar just happened like that. Basically, it comes from you, but really doesn't belong to you, and it's in search of other kindred spirits that kind of like that. And I think that it just comes from a place that I don't understand, so I still don't understand what the charm is of it all.
It's just so sort of frothy and catchy and happy, and I think it just...
Well, you know what?
And you can instantly sing to it.
Yeah. It was the #1 record in every country, in every city, in every town on this planet. So anywhere I go, I can start singing the beginning, and someone will finish it, whether it's in another language or not. And it's
and then you say, "That's my song." I wrote that. Andy Kim, thank you so much again. The 7th annual Andy Kim Christmas Show will be held at the Phoenix Concert Theater on December 14th. $25 is a deal and a half for that show with that lineup. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you for giving me this time. I appreciate it, and congratulations on this great show.